My little lady.
Hey everybody, it's Mildly Otaku, and I don't really know where to begin. I know it's very fashionable to hate on this anime because cliche, light novel, flat opais, but this video isn't gonna be me trashing Assassin's Pride. At least not all of it. There's something that makes me wanna keep coming back every week, and I'll get into why later. This is the future liberals warned us about. An uninhabitable world where humanity is forced into living in chandeliers? Menorah looking things? In their world, it's total darkness, and in their little domes, there's like artificial lighting, so all of the scenes are pretty moody and dark, which is not a bad thing. It's visually different and interesting. The story so far revolves around the magical combat school and hasn't really explored the outside world yet, so we'll have to see if they make good use of this unconventional environment. The environment's interesting, but how about the people that live in there? How would I describe them? I mean, the source material is a light novel, so maybe expecting characters that break the mold is expecting a little bit too much. It's just kind of typical. There's an over-the-top bully whose personality changes so much in such a short amount of time is not exactly handled that well. Like, if I have a good example, it would probably be Diana Cavendish from Little Witch Academia. She goes from someone who's like pretty arrogant and like stubborn in her ways to understanding the values of Akko. So her character changes and grows, but that happens over the course of like many episodes. In Assassin's Pride, it's like, oh, you beat the shit out of me, here's your book back, gomenasai. But other than that, the characters are pretty likable and they're interesting, especially Melida, who even without mana powers, she still pushes herself and doesn't give up. I think that's why Kufa doesn't kill her. He was gonna mercy kill her because he thinks that she has no future and would just suffer in this world without any powers, but he sees that she hasn't given up on herself, so he decides to help her out. That's pretty admirable. And there's also a big, not so secret about Kufa in episode 3. So tell me if you didn't see that one coming. Speaking of coming, let's talk about fan service. It's actually not that awful. Like, there's a lot of tension between the girl and her tutor, and at times it dances right on that line of being like cringe uncomfortable. Whoa, why are you asking? Do you not know where you are? You're the cute protagonist of an anime. Like, do they not teach you math in your school? Cute girl, okay, plus anime equals fun time. You know, there's a little bit more like dodgy moments, like the mana transfer thing. I mean, I was like, whoa, calm down there. Maybe you should take a seat. Like, good thing, I think this is legal in Japan. Like, I checked the wiki fandom thing. It says she's 13, he's 17. And consider yourself lucky, lady. You should see how they used to transfer mana in Fate. But other than that, it keeps it toned down quite a lot, which is respectable, especially after watching Fire Force and how they desecrate Tamaki every single episode. I was honestly expecting his face to end up her skirt or whatever when he caught her, but nope, it's just a very physics-defying grab. For the most part, the art is aesthetically pleasing. There are like a couple of strange shot compositions, like they love to cut the upper half of the person off and like stuff them into the corner for some reason. Episodes 1 and 2 does show promise like visually, but in like the third episode, that's kind of where issues start to become a little bit more obvious. Like, take a look at this. What is this? It just looks like she's posing, like doing this with like the metal bat. There's no anticipation. There's no like timing that makes her look like she's swinging like a heavy metal pole. This is a pretty simple tweak you could have done in like during the production process. That's something the animation director should have caught. But this is where things get a little bit juicy. So the chief animation director talked about some production issues and a little bit of drama behind the scenes on her Twitter. So I just hope they can work it out and reach a consensus and it doesn't like tank the visual side of the anime. I know I've talked shit about this anime and like criticized it, but there's something keeping me going. I think this anime is like Melida. Like, they're both kind of screwed to begin with and has like a lot of things stacked against them, but I think they're trying their best. This anime doesn't really seem lazy, and there's like a lot of effort put into it. And just like Kufa changing his mind about killing her, I changed my mind about insta-dropping this anime. For me, there's a lot of things to like, such as the intriguing setup of the world, the flashy animations, the characters, yes, in all their glorious mediocrity, and the music. My favorite is actually the ending. It sounds very nostalgic and the lyrics are heartfelt. I actually like it when it came in at the end of the first episode. It's like a very easy way to get a positive response from me. So those are my thoughts on Assassin's Pride. Let me know what you think about this anime and if you'll be continuing to watch it. And as always, my friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.